The more you dive into this new cheater, the more layers it opens up. It's almost like an onion. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Here's what we know a couple days later. Curtis Saunders is allegedly accused of cheating in a benefit for Bo Coleman. Now, Bo is battling stage 4 cancer, and that cancer is melanoma. And his daughter and friends put up this amazing event to help benefit him and her father. And they want to make it very clear that even though this happened, they are very humbled and are unbelievably appreciative of all the support and the money that they raised. However, they do have some shirts and stickers available. The shirts are $25, the stickers are $10. I will put a link down below. If you would like to help Bo, I'll put a link below of their PayPal and Venmo. Just make sure you tell them that our community, the Get Your Fish On community, is out there helping them, because I really would appreciate it. There's a lot of times people are down, and sometimes we just got to help each other. But Curtis allegedly cheated in this tournament. Some subcontractors for the Corps of Engineers, the Army Corps of Engineers, found that basket of fish, and they were doing regular maintenance on buoys. They found it, took a picture of it, and then realized that it was a mistake, and then removed the picture online, because there were some questions about who did this, and that information was relayed to a tournament director, who then went out and watched Curtis try to find those fish on that buoy. Now, I've talked to a bunch of people about this, and that tournament director confronted Curtis at the boat ramp, and then he not only there was some fire in the other anglers because they were pissed off, but Curtis supposedly also admitted to the cheating and said, "I will give back the money." Now, here's the only problem with this, and why there was some suspicion upon Curtis. To start off, he had won 7 out of 18 recent tournaments. He seemed to only win the tournaments when he was fishing by himself. And when he won, he didn't just win by 1 or 2 ounces. And in fishing, a couple ounces means a big difference. When you get to that pound, you feel pretty safe. When you win by 5 pounds, you have nothing to worry about. And tournament directors and anglers questioned why everyone else was only catching 10 pounds and Curtis was catching 15 or 18. And that suspicion led to that tournament director sitting on that spot and watching Curtis go back and attempt to find those fish. And there's been people that question, why weren't the authorities called in? I will say, I think there are probably going to be legal ramifications down the line, but I could be wrong. First, no one ever saw Curtis actually drop those fish off. They also never saw him pull the fish out and put them in his live well. All they saw was someone going to that spot on that buoy and searching for him with a big hook and also putting his hand in the water. But he showed up at the boat ramp and still wanted to weigh the fish that he had caught that day. But when you put all of it together, it only makes sense that it was Curtis, because who would go to a buoy, stick their hand in the water looking for a pen, if they didn't know the pen was there? But that's neither here nor there.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
Now, Curtis has won several tournaments. He's won at least 5 tournaments with over $50,000 in payouts. He's won a truck. He's won a boat. He's won 7 of the 8 GLL tournament series, or not, with another tournament series. And he's just collected check after check. And it makes you question, how long has this happened? Where did those fish get caught? I heard someone say they were positive that the fish that were in the pen were not from West Point Lake, that the fish don't look like that. And I've even heard rumors that maybe the fish were caught someplace else and stored and then brought to that lake for that day. Now, we don't know any of that. And a lot of the people that have talked to me have just talked to me of things that they know personally because they fished against him, or in most cases, they're either someone from the Army Corps of Engineers or the tournament director or even the family of Bo Coleman. And Curtis did a really good job of just not winning all of the tournaments. If you're cheating in every one, it makes it look even more suspicious. He picked his choices or picked his places to win. But he won 4 out of 9 events in one tournament series, and he won 3 out of 9 events in the other tournament series. And he wasn't just winning, like I said. He was winning by 2 and 5 pounds. And Curtis also passed several polygraphs. But that leads you to, were the questions asked properly in those polygraphs? And how did he pass them? I know polygraphs aren't admissible in court. We've learned that in other cheating allegations. But how did he pass those 3 polygraph tests? And there's legal ramifications to this, but it can't be proven. But I do think there'll be something down the line. But our goal is to make sure that he doesn't fish ever again in tournaments. That's second goal. Our first goal is to make sure that we support Bo and his family. So if you have a few seconds, go down below, send him a couple bucks. Here's my questions, because I've had some weird ones on the comments from the first one. Where was he catching these bass? Were they stored someplace and brought in before the tournament? Or did he catch them on that lake and then put them in that pen? How often did this happen? Because when you win 7 out of 18 tournaments, it's going to be questioned on how well you're doing. If you're winning 7 out of 18 tournaments, you need to be fishing against Jacob Wheeler. And will Curtis end up paying back the money that is owed? If you look back at the money that he made in payouts alone, the 50 grand or over 50 grand, and then the boat and then the truck, there is a lot of money that has been paid to this man or given to this man. And when you win, when you're alone, but when someone else is on your boat and your partner, you come in 5th to last place. I don't know exactly. It brings out a lot of guilty questions or suspicious questions. And I think we're only at the beginning of this story. I think something needs to be done. I think we need to make sure that he is not allowed to fish in a professional or any tournament ever again. And while everything is still alleged, there's too many things that line up properly to say this is a guy that is not a good person. And I saw one comment that said, why did it matter if the benefit still helped the beneficiary? So my reasoning behind that is, as I know as a tournament fisherman in 1 or 2 tournaments, the one benefit I fished, I came in 2nd place. I took my money back for my entry fee and donated the rest of my 2nd place to the benefit. That's how those benefits do even better. You don't go to a benefit to try to win. If you want that pat on the back and that glory and that ego, that's great. There's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of times you go out there to fish for fun, to help someone else. But Curtis was looking at it from a different perspective. It was about ego. When you have to win and you're not worried about the money, it's about your ego. And sometimes you need to take a step back and look inward and go, I need to do what's right. And when you're cheating to win, you're not winning. You're not winning. You're just cheating. You're cheating yourself. You're cheating everyone else. And it sucks. And this is a story that's going to continue to grow. And we're going to see more people push this envelope because there aren't strict enough rules for people who do this. So they think it's all right. And there's people that are still doing it constantly that get away with it. I think we need to be better as anglers and better as a community. So go to the link below. If you have 25 bucks, you can buy a shirt, or if you have $10 and you can buy a sticker, go and do it. And tell them, our community, you and me. You might not like me all the time, but you are a community, and I appreciate it. And we are a team together, and we're family. Sometimes we got to help each other. So go to the link below if you can and make a donation. We'll find out more in the coming days, I would imagine. It's a story that's just going to keep going. But I really do appreciate y'all. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thanks for being part of the team. Thank you to all the comments. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to all the new members. I really am humbled by what you guys do. You guys are absolutely insane and you're awesome. I appreciate every comment and try to reply to all of them. So thank you. But remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.